Do you ever wonder why certain behaviors keep repeating in your life? What if I told you that the hidden part of your mind holds the key to understanding those behaviors? We all have moments when we act in ways that feel out of character, whether it's a sudden outburst of anger or feeling irrationally jealous of someone else's success. But what if these actions aren't random at all? What if they are driven by something deep within us, something we can't even see? Carl Jung, a renowned Swiss psychiatrist and one of the most influential thinkers of the 20th century, introduced the idea of the shadow, the unconscious part of our personality. It's made up of feelings, traits, and desires that we suppress because they don't fit the image we have of ourselves, or because society tells us they're bad or unacceptable. Yet, Jung believed that this hidden side of ourselves plays a huge role in shaping our lives, often in ways we don't even realize. In this video, we're going to unpack why understanding your shadow is more important than ever. We'll explore how acknowledging and integrating this hidden part of you can lead to profound self-awareness, personal growth, and even a healthier relationship with others. So stay tuned as we dive into the fascinating world of the unconscious mind. Do you ever wonder why certain behaviors keep repeating in your life? What if I told you that the hidden part of your mind holds the key to understanding those behaviors? We all have moments when we act in ways that feel out of character, whether it's a sudden outburst of anger or feeling irrationally jealous of someone else's success. But what if these actions aren't random at all? What if they are driven by something deep within us, something we can't even see? Carl Jung, a renowned Swiss psychiatrist and one of the most influential thinkers of the 20th century, introduced the idea of the shadow, the unconscious part of our personality. It's made up of feelings, traits, and desires that we suppress because they don't fit the image we have of ourselves, or because society tells us they're bad or unacceptable. Yet, Jung believed that this hidden side of ourselves plays a huge role in shaping our lives, often in ways we don't even realize. In this video, we're going to unpack why understanding your shadow is more important than ever. We'll explore how acknowledging and integrating this hidden part of you can lead to profound self-awareness, personal growth, and even a healthier relationship with others. So stay tuned as we dive into the fascinating world of the unconscious mind. The shadow is made up of parts of ourselves that we reject or push away because we don't like them, or because they don't align with our self-image. It includes qualities and desires we find difficult to accept, either because society tells us they're negative, or because we simply don't want to admit them to ourselves. These parts of us are buried deep in the unconscious mind, waiting to be acknowledged. The shadow can include a wide range of traits and emotions. These can include things like anger, jealousy, or even desires we feel ashamed of. For example, if you were taught to always be polite and kind, but you feel rage when someone cuts in line, that anger gets pushed into the shadow. You might think of yourself as a calm person, but that hidden anger can resurface unexpectedly. Or perhaps you feel envy when someone else succeeds, and that envy stays hidden deep within you because it doesn't match the image of success you want to project. The interesting thing about the shadow is that these repressed qualities don't just vanish, they influence your behavior without you realizing it. This might show up in strange ways, like suddenly lashing out at people when you're actually frustrated with yourself. Acknowledging and accepting your shadow can be incredibly freeing and even transformative for personal growth. When we ignore or repress these parts of ourselves, they often come out in unexpected ways. This can manifest in behaviors like projection, where we see the traits we dislike in ourselves reflected in others, or self-sabotaging actions that prevent us from reaching our full potential. These unconscious behaviors are a direct result of the shadow's influence on our lives, and they can often sabotage our happiness, relationships, and success. For instance, if you're someone who has hidden feelings of jealousy, you might find yourself overly critical of people who are more successful than you. Instead of recognizing that your envy is a reflection of your own insecurities, you project those feelings onto others. You might think that person doesn't deserve their success, or that they're only lucky, when in reality it's your own unresolved feelings of inadequacy coming to the surface. This projection can lead to frustration and strained relationships with others, and it can leave you feeling stuck in the same negative patterns. Another common manifestation is self-sabotage. Perhaps you procrastinate on important projects, or avoid making decisions because deep down you fear failure. You might not even be aware that your avoidance is rooted in your shadow, those unconscious fears and insecurities that hold you back from taking action. It's a cycle that perpetuates itself until we confront and integrate those hidden parts of ourselves. In today's world where mental health awareness is growing, Jung's idea of the shadow offers profound insights into the challenges we face, from burnout to identity crises. As we become more aware of our mental and emotional struggles, we can see how the shadow influences everything from our self-esteem to how we relate to others. The more we suppress our shadow, the more it can contribute to emotional and psychological stress, making it even harder to cope with modern-day pressures. The shadow is especially relevant in today's digital age, where people often present a curated version of themselves online. On platforms like Instagram and TikTok, we only share our best moments, creating an illusion of perfection. This desire to appear flawless can lead to feelings of inadequacy and loneliness when we compare ourselves to others. Instead of embracing our imperfections and vulnerabilities, we hide them deeper in the shadow. But the more we hide, the more anxious and disconnected we may feel from our authentic selves. The pressure to conform to societal standards is often intensified by social media, causing many of us to bury insecurities that could otherwise be addressed. By acknowledging and integrating our shadow, we can free ourselves from these unrealistic expectations and connect more authentically with others. Jung believed that true personal growth happens when we confront our shadow, integrate it, and use it to become more whole, authentic people. It's not about eliminating the shadow or denying its existence. It's about accepting it as part of who we are, and using that acceptance to heal and grow. Without this process of integration, we remain fragmented, with parts of ourselves hidden in the unconscious. But when we embrace and understand those parts, we can unlock a deeper level of authenticity and self-awareness. So how do we begin the process of integration? Start by paying attention to patterns in your life that cause frustration or pain. Maybe you find yourself in the same types of toxic relationships, or you keep falling short of your own expectations. These recurring issues are often linked to unresolved shadow aspects. Take a moment to reflect. Where do these emotions or behaviors stem from? Could they be rooted in parts of yourself that you've been avoiding or rejecting? An effective method of integration is journaling. Write down the thoughts and emotions you experience throughout the day, especially when you're feeling triggered or upset. By identifying your reactions, you can start to see the underlying shadow traits that are at play. With this awareness, you can begin to take ownership of your feelings, transforming them into opportunities for growth rather than letting them control you. By understanding and integrating our shadow, we can break free from unhealthy patterns and start living with more authenticity and self-awareness. Jung believed that embracing our shadow is a vital step toward becoming whole, and it's only by acknowledging the parts of ourselves we often deny that we can truly grow. This process of integration allows us to make peace with our hidden emotions, leading to greater emotional resilience and the ability to navigate life's challenges with more clarity. Take a moment today to reflect on your own shadow. What are you hiding? And how can embracing it lead you to a more fulfilling life? Start small, perhaps by journaling or simply being more mindful of your reactions in stressful situations. By doing this, you can begin to uncover the unconscious forces at play and take the first step toward a more authentic and empowered version of yourself. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into psychology and personal growth. We'll continue exploring the fascinating world of Jungian concepts and how they can enhance our lives. In future videos, we'll dive even deeper into how Jungian psychology can help you unlock your fullest potential. Stay tuned for more.